question. Like is it okay to like be like aggressive with my dog? I play aggressively.
You can.
Like I just like hit him like that. That's playing for us. That's like we just scrub him like a little bit hard.
Okay. See, the thing with rough play is that it's not wrong to do it. It's all your personal choice. Okay. Like now, I personally don't like it, so I don't do it. Now, on the contrary, my partner, who's also a trainer, he plays very rough with all our dogs. But our dogs understand context. They play very rough with him. They never play rough with me. Matlab, aaj tak no one has put their teeth on me ever. There are also only with toys. So this is your choice as the owner. What do you like? But now that when I say that if you are okay with it, that means the minute you play rough with your dog, you have to understand the dog will also play rough with you. And then you have to be fair about it. Then at that time, you can't start being like, "Arey, nahi, mat karo," and then shout at your dog or say no or whatever. So do only as much as you can handle. Yeah, there is no such. So now the biggest myth over here is if you play rough games, if you play tug games, the dog gets aggressive. ऐसे नहीं होता है. Okay, aggression. The root cause of aggression is always fear. So if at all you are scaring your dogs in any way, okay, if you are shouting at your dog, scaring your dog, showing your hand, showing a stick, showing a newspaper roll, all of that you need to stop. That is where you can actually end up creating aggression. Okay, but otherwise playing rough games, playing tug games, उससे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, as long as you can handle it. My only problem with rough games is if you are confident enough to handle it, go ahead, do it, no problem. What's your dog, Achal? How old is your dog and what breed?
I have a Spitz. He's 7 years old, and I have an Indie. I have an Indie who's 5 years of age. He's here.
Oh, so
that's
he's 5 years.
He's 5 years, and that's my Spitz. Who's here?
So he must have been okay with that muzzle hit in the beginning, now, or is he still all right?
They both listen. They're very obedient though, because I keep correcting them. I don't give them much of treats, but whatever I don't like, I don't speak to them.
Right.
Usually I keep communicating with them for a longer time. Okay. And the moment I stop talking to them, they understand there's something fishy about it.
Nice. Yeah, that also works. That is withholding a reward.
Yeah, my only challenge comes when I take my Indie for a walk. He's okay with other dogs, but he's scared of traffic. So he keeps pulling and choking himself, which is a major problem for me.
See, what you can do for that, right? Like you heavily socialize him. So now what you do is, though he's 5 years, you've been taking him for a walk since he was a puppy, or you got him later?
Yeah, from a puppy, since he was a pup. And he's okay with all the other dogs, all the human beings. He's perfectly, fine. Children love to pat him, pamper him. But when it comes to the traffic, or when he goes out on the road, he starts choking himself and he starts pulling himself so bad that it becomes difficult. Plus, his body structure is like that. We can't put a harness around him.
Yeah, so don't put a harness. Collar is fine. See, don't worry about this. See, the thing is, if something really hurts your dog, they will not do it. Remember this as a classic rule. If they're still doing it, that means either it's not hurting them at all, or they're ready to go through the hurt to smell something. Okay, it's a simple thing. Like I always ask people, your dog, if it was really hurting them, why are they pulling him so hard to get to that point where they have to smell? Right? That means they're ready to go through the pressure. Itna nahi dukh raha hai. The minute itna dukhega, wo log nahi karte. Dogs are extremely smart. Okay, so that is fine. But what you can try doing is, if there is any heavy, or is there anything which is very highly rewarding to your Indie? Say chicken or egg or anything like that?
He is a foodie basically. Okay. He eats anything and everything. For him, everything is a reward.
Okay. So what you can do is then take a little bit of chicken pieces with you. What you have to do, like the way now we explain the socializing exercise, this is not what normally people talk about when they say socializing. Okay, so it's a big misunderstood concept. Socializing, matlab, it does not mean your dog going and playing with other dogs and other people. It means that your dog is in different surroundings, maybe where there are people, maybe where there are dogs, but your dog is still with you. Okay, वो फिर भी आपके साथ कुछ करने के लिए, he's like, okay, I'll do something with you instead, even if there are others. Now, how are you going to do this? And this will even work for all these fearful things. Is go stand at, probably if there is a bench somewhere, you can sit on the main road or at your society gate or something. Just sit there or be in one place, stationary. Okay? You're going to be stationary, the dog will just be observing. Probably he'll be getting scared for the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Chal 5 minutes ko wahi karega. It's all right. You just be there. Okay? You can even send us a video if you can, so I can guide you better next time.
Sure.
But what you do is, you just be there, have the chicken in your hand. वो करेगा, वो पीछा आएगा, full तड़पेगा, सब कुछ होगा. After maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, he'll come sit next to you and he'll start looking at you like, bhai, what are we doing now? Like, what is happening? That is when you start offering the chicken. It might take him a while to even accept it. If he's so scared, वो नहीं खाएगा immediately. अगर आप बोल रहे हो बहुत high reward है और खाया, then we are done. Then we've passed our first step of your dog is all right. Then we can move to teaching him how to walk without pulling. But if he's scared, he's not going to eat. If a dog is either overstimulated or if they're stressed out, they will not eat out. So try this exercise and see how it goes, and then we'll move ahead from there.
Certainly.
This is Melvin. I'm a new parent. I have a golden retriever, Arthur. He's just 2 months old. So what do I do about this potty training? Really tough time. We tried all things out. Putting some dirty cloths and allowing him to sniff and treat that as his place. But somehow it's not working. He's playing with the cloth.
Okay. Please turn on your camera so we can see this cute little bundle of joy, I'm sure. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Too cute. So cute.
We keep him in the room separately.
So now I'll tell you what.
So usually when he was making his doing it in the house, we started shouting at him a little. So then what he is doing is, when he's making it, he's trying to, with his legs, he's trying to hide it away. So in the bargain, he's entirely getting dirty.
Yeah, okay. So good, you even told me that. So once you tell me clearly, then I can help you better. Okay. So now what you do in this scenario, see, there are two things. Okay. Now toilet training is something, remember, you never, ever correct. Okay. So although in the beginning I mentioned for a lot of other cases you can correct gears, toilet training is one thing जहाँ पे बिल्कुल कभी भी डांटना नहीं है. Okay, because फिर यही हो सकता है. What you're seeing right now in your case where he's trying to hide it, but sometimes it even gets worse. Dogs start eating it, or they start drinking their susu because they get so want to come and shout at them. Okay, so that is one place जहाँ पे कभी भी डांटना नहीं है. अभी कैसे manage करना है? There are two ways to do it. Okay, one is again crate training. Crate training is something I would highly recommend for any dog, but definitely puppies. Is because you reduce conflict. So crate कैसे होता है ना? It's like their space. It's like their bedroom. Okay, don't look at it like a jail or a restriction or any of that. Look at it like their bedroom. Now what you're going to do is first introduce it correctly, and then every 1 hour you get him out of the crate on leash, of course, collar leash पहना के. Take him to the place where you want him to do susu potty, whether it's balcony, bathroom, whatever. Is he already using a space right now?
He's using everything. We bought a crate for him, and he's outgrown the crate. But he never used it. He never used even for a minute. As soon as I put him in the crate, he starts yelling.
So we'll see. So there is a way of how to do it, and also some part of it you have to ignore. See, some of these things, right? Like वो शुरुआत में थोड़ा सा tantrum throw करेगा. आपको one day you have to ignore it. He's a 2-month puppy. He'll quickly learn it. Okay. But then you have to just be very clear that नहीं आपको यही करना है. It's थोड़ा सा tough love, like I always call it. So just थोड़ा tough love दो, थोड़ा चिल्लाएगा करेगा, just ignore करो. But also introduce the crate when you finish playing or something. So when he's anyway ready to sleep, you move him into the crate. Now you'll keep bringing him out every 1 hour and take him to that designated area which you want him to do, whether the balcony or bathroom or whatever. Whenever he does it, they'll do a lot of praising. So lots of good boy, very nice, and praising. Reinforce it over there. Yeah. Then you get him in again, play with him a little bit. वापस एक बार उधर लेके जाओ and put him back in the crate. Okay. Now when you keep doing this routine of crating and taking him out, crating and taking him out, eventually he's going to start getting it कि अच्छा ये करना है. Okay. When you're doing that, of course, in the beginning, in that bathroom or balcony, you might have to leave his scent so that he knows अच्छा इधर भी करना है. But it's a few repetitions and he's going to start getting it.